Hey there, it's Chris with Wolf Creek Outdoors. Got an update on a case that I was working back in January. I was in Gadsden, Alabama. We were searching for Virginia collier. While on the river doing some sonar, I'd got one of the local boat captains to give me a ride up the river. His boat could cover a lot more ground than mine could. And so I contacted Lee Pitts of Lee Pitts Outdoors. He gave me a ride up there. While we were searching, saw an old abandoned boat ramp behind an apartment complex. Ran the side scan sonar, and as soon as we went near the boat ramp, object popped on the screen, looked just like a vehicle. So fast forward the next day, I went out there, I put a magnet on it, got the magnet to stick. I was gonna do the dive by myself. Lieutenant Allred with Gadsden PD, he had came out, he was standing by on the other side watching to make sure that I was safe. I decided, due to the current, due to the river conditions, I decided to hold off on the dive. Contacted Jeremy with Exploring with Nug. I contacted Adam with Adam Brown Adventures. We set up a game plan. They came down the next day and we went to go dive the vehicle. I knew there were 3 missing person cases in the area. I knew there was Virginia Collier, Oscar King, and Alan Livingston. And Alan went missing from Rainbow City in 1983. And he was driving a 1980 Ford Bronco. So I knew of the 3 vehicles we were looking for, one of them would have been a Bronco. First dove down on it, Adam came up with a Ford taillight from a 1980s model Ford. Immediately my radar started dinging on that one. I was like, hey, we might have something here. Dove back down, we found the, Adam was able to pull up the tire cover from it. I was digging for the plate, could not find a plate on the vehicle. Once we realized what we had, the next day, Jeremy, Adam, and myself dove, but couldn't find a tag or anything of that nature. Contacted Gadsden PD, and then about a week later, the Gadsden Police Department, Etowah County Sheriff's Department came out with their dive team, and they did a massive recon dive on it to see what their options would be. They determined that due to the fact that it was underwater in 18 foot of water, buried all the way up to the hood in silt, it would be better to bring in someone with more resources. So they contacted the FBI, and rather than trying to pull it out and risk losing, you know, any remains in the vehicle or risk losing any evidence if there was a crime. But all of us knew at that point in time that this was going to be Mr. Livingston's vehicle. I asked the investigator on the scene, I said, just out of curiosity, I said, well, where was the last place he was seen alive? And we were standing on the riverbank right beside this apartment complex. He turns around, points at the apartments, and goes, right there. So at that point in time, it was the right year of type vehicle, it was the right vehicle, it was the right color of vehicle, and it was right where he was last seen. So I mean, we knew it was him. We couldn't put the information out just in case there was that 1 in a billion chance that there was a random Ford Bronco there. So we didn't want to give a family false hope, but found out a couple days ago that FBI came. They had to build a special dredge for this vehicle due to the fact of how deep it was. Like I said, it was only 18 foot of water, but it was so buried in silt, they actually had to manufacture their own dredge for this vehicle. They did find Mr. Livingston's driver's license, social security card, his Goodyear ID, and I believe they did find his remains in the vehicle also. They found remains in the vehicle, and they're waiting on DNA tests, but they're pretty certain it's him. My deepest condolences go out to the family. I'm happy to bring you answers. I wish he could have been found sooner than this, but it was a team effort between myself, Jeremy with Exploring with Nug, and Adam with Adam Brown Adventures. Without those two, I couldn't have safely completed the dive, and we all worked as a team, got it done. And I mean, now we brought another loved one home to their family, and that's what we're out here doing. We want to bring closure to families. We want to bring answers. We want to find the people that are missing. And you know, I was relieved to hear that they did recover him. And from when I was talking to one of the PD officers, they're possibly going to be recovering the vehicle sometime in the near future. Thank you.
came off of it.
I noticed. I saw you swimming away on the sonar. I was like, oh, where he's going. Go to explore.
I could feel something, but I couldn't find, like, I was losing a lot of definition on it.
Did you see anything like 6 inches?
You know what? Hold on. I can't tell what kind it is. It almost looks like a Ford. Yeah. Look, hold on, stop. Look on the backside, Ford. I bet we could look up that part though. Dude, I wonder if it's that Ford Bronco.
It's buried.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I mean, that looks like a Ford taillight. And that's why I was wondering. '83.
On one side. Feel that 5 horsepower.
Woohoo! Oh, it is a Ford.
That would be, that'll be nuts, dude.
That looks like a Bronco tire cover, dude.
Like gold or brown or something. No. Yeah. No way.
Okay, man. Yeah, because Broncos would have had a spare tire like that.
That's on the back tire.
Whoa!
Hey guys, Chris with Wolf Creek Outdoors. I'm here with Jeremy with Exploring with Nug.
Hi, hi.
Hi, hi.
Hi, hi.
We're gonna try and get some more evidence on this vehicle we found. Don't know exactly, but it may be something big, and we're getting ready to find that out.
Heck yes.
So, yeah, this should be quite fun. We're only taking one person at a time up the boat because last time I fell out of the boat, and it was not a fun experience. We almost turned the boat into a submarine. So,
That was funny.
it was funny, yes.
I laughed laughed uncontrollably.
I know you laughed uncontrollably.
Light giggles here and there. You
At
know,
my expense, yes.
it happens.
I know, right? But it's not nice. So we're sitting on the boat ramp right now. We're waiting for Nug and Adam to come back upriver. They dropped me off. We have some of our dive gear here. We have the vehicle marked.
No, I don't know what I was feeling, but I mean, you could feel the tag light on the bumper.
Yeah.
It's like that's where it's at. I don't have any idea if I'm feeling the tag or if it's just gone. No, the tag's on the bumper. Like,
Yeah.
because if you stick your hand in that hole that he made, you can feel the lamp, the tag light.
Yeah.
For the bumper, you can feel one on each side. So that's where the tag's supposed to go. But I mean, I'm sure you did it too, but I couldn't find anything to grab to pull on.
I mean, I tried to pry, like my little pry bar thing popped off on the way down, but I tried to grab my knife to pry up under it, but I couldn't.
That thing is buried. You ain't fucking. Now that I see what you're talking about, I was like, oh, and it feels like clay. It doesn't feel like mud.
Yeah.
Jesus, that'd be hard to get out of there. The way I just went to the front. I mean, the mud is to the hood.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's like I dug out one hell of a hole down there.
It's gonna be hard to pull it out. Now that they're gonna have to serious work in it before we're kind of curious how they're gonna do it. Besides